Trump says tariffs are making America rich. America's drowning in $37 trillion of debt as of August 2025. Trump's back in the White House, and he's swinging hard with tariffs to fix it. But how much cash is he actually pulling in? Today we're breaking it down. The money, the power, and whether this is smart leadership or straight-up economic warfare. Since Trump kicked off his tariff blitz in April 2025, calling it Liberation Day, he's slapped a 10% baseline tariff on all imports, with higher rates, up to 49%, on countries like China, Japan, and Cambodia. Some countries, like Canada and Mexico, are even facing 25% tariffs on goods like steel and cars. So, how much has this raked in? According to the Council on Foreign Relations, by July 2025, the U.S. Treasury collected a whopping $97.3 billion in tariff revenue. That's a 110% jump from last year. In June alone, tariffs brought in $28 billion. Trump's team says this is just the start to funding America's comeback. The idea? Bring jobs back to American soil, increase tax revenue from new factories, and use tariff cash to chip away at the debt. Some estimates, like from the Yale Budget Lab, say auto tariffs alone could bring in $600 to $650 billion over a decade. But here's the catch. Trump's claimed $1 trillion a year, and economists like those at CBS News say that's a stretch because higher prices might slow consumer spending, reducing tariff revenue over time. Trump's using America's massive market as leverage, charging high tariffs to force countries to negotiate better trade deals. The International Monetary Fund says these tariffs could shave 0.5% off global growth in 2025, hitting developing economies like India and Vietnam hardest, who've relied on free trade to lift millions out of poverty. Canada and Mexico, our biggest trading partners, are getting slammed with 25% tariffs, and they're already retaliating. Canada's planning $100 billion in counter-tariffs. The EU's talking tough, too, with a potential 50% tariff on U.S. goods. This could raise prices for everyday stuff like cars, groceries, and clothes, adding up to $1,300 per U.S. household, according to the Tax Foundation. But these tariffs are forcing countries to the table. Trump's not afraid to shake things up, using America's economic power to demand fairness. Zimbabwe scrapped all tariffs on U.S. goods, and deals with the UK, Japan, and the Philippines are done. That's America winning. Critics say it's not enough, but we say it's a start. What's your take? Can tariffs really tackle this monster, or is it just a drop in the bucket? Hit the comments.